Well done to all of you for being on time. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So welcome back to lesson 5 of book 3. Inshallah, we will continue with book 3. So we'll start with the dua. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. My Lord, increase me in knowledge. So I encourage all of you to read this dua as well when we are starting together. Today's outline. So we're going to do a Quran recitation, which was one of your homework for all of you to try and practice reciting Quran. Some of you wanted to recite last week, but there was not enough time. So those of you, if you type your name in the chat box that you want to recite, then I can pick on you first so you can recite. And we're going to do a short info about Imam Ali, about Laylatul Qadr, previous lesson review. And today we're going to cover Imama, and then Ahlul Bayt story, and then we're going to finish off with the homework. That's the plan for today. So Quran recitation, so which was one of your homework. MashaAllah, most of you were practicing Quran recitation, so I'm hoping that you have still done that. So I want someone to recite for me today as well, please. So who would you like to recite? So if you would like to recite, can you type in the chat box your name, please? So then I can pick on you. So you can type in. Chat box is available now. The chat box working? Okay, it is working. Wa alaikum salam. So who would like to recite today? Small surah for me. Should I pick on someone? Let's see. Maybe Abu Turab. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Would you like to recite a surah?
Okay.
No?
Yes.
Okay, go on. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Very good, mashallah. Well done. Very well done. Okay, let's have Alia Asif. Assalamu alaikum, Alia.
Walaikum salam.
You want to recite one?
Yes, I'm going to be reciting Surah Al-Qadr.
Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح بها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر صدق الله العلي العظيم.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Very beautiful. And Hina. Assalamu alaikum, Hina.
Assalamu alaikum.
Would you like to recite something?
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
MashaAllah, very good. Very well done. Well done to all of you who recited. Um, they said that when we want to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we should read Quran. Okay, so because Quran is the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whenever we want Allah to talk to us, we read the Quran. And when we want to talk to Allah, we read dua or prayers. Okay, so if you want to talk to Allah, we read dua or we read the prayers. And if you want Allah to talk to us, because Quran is the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so when we read the Quran, it's like Allah is talking to us. And our Holy Prophet has said that in the house where the Quran is recited, the angels come down and visit the house. So it is very important that we continue the recitation, especially in this month where it is worth a lot more rewards. So very well done to all of you who recited, and inshallah I hope that more people will recite as well. So today we're going to cover shortly about Imam Ali alayhi salam. He was born on the 13th of Rajab, most of you know, and he was martyred on the 21st of Ramadan at the age of 23. Imam Ali alayhi salam was wounded by a poisonous sword which was hit on his head by an assassin called Ibn Muljim on the 19th of Ramadan. So today is the 19th of Ramadan. He was hit on his head during the Fajr prayer in the mosque of Kufa. He is buried in Najaf al-Ashraf. So today, because it's the 19th of Ramadan and tomorrow is the night of the 21st, okay, I won't see you. So I offer my condolences to you and all the Mu'mineen, and we all together offer our condolences to our 12th Imam, Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Okay, although our Imam, he was very brave and he was very strong. He was there at the front of all the battles that the Muslim fought in the earlier days against the Meccans, against the non-believers outside. Okay, the Romans, the Sassanids. Okay, they were fighting against them, and Imam was very strong, very brave. He was always there fighting them, and he helped the Muslims win many battles. He was so brave. Despite winning all these battles, Imam never said that I have succeeded, that I have won. But when they hit the sword on our Imam's head, Imam said, by the Lord of Kaaba, I have succeeded. What does that mean? That means that Imam, at the time when he was hit, he was sure that he has succeeded, that he has won the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knew that Allah is happy with him. What he has done, Allah is happy with him, and he's going to meet his Lord. They said that Imam Ali alayhi salam used to go out at night time and cover his face and give out food to all the poor people and the orphans. And they didn't know who this person was. He was just a helper who would come give food to them and go away. So he was called the father of the orphans. And many people, they only found out that it was Imam Ali alayhi salam after when he died. So when the food stopped, they realized that it was him. And then our other Imams continued this process as well, helping people in a secret way. Okay, so here's some facts about Imam Ali alayhi salam. Maybe you already know most of this already, but this is something very special. You can see. So he was the first person from among the men to believe in Islam, whereas Bibi Khadija was the first from the woman's side. He was married to the best woman, Fatima Salamullah alayha. He was born in the best places in the world, which is the Kaaba, the house of God subhanahu wa ta'ala. He was born on the best of days, which is the Friday. He was martyred in the best of months, which is the month of Ramadan. And on the best of nights, so he's martyred on the best of night, which is the night of Qadr. And I will cover what night of Qadr is in a minute as well. He was martyred during the best action, which is Salah, the prayer. Remember, we did about the prayer. So prayer is the best action that we can have. And he was martyred in the best position, which is the position of sujood, prostration with your head on the ground. So Allah has blessed our Imam with so many special qualities that we must all be proud that we follow such an Imam. Okay, despite all of these specialities, activities that he had, he was still humble, he was still kind. Okay, this is not on a page at the moment. This one's extra, Adnan. So I'm just covering something extra today. Okay, so Laylatul Qadr. So what is Laylatul Qadr? Wa alaikum assalam, those assalam. So Laylatul Qadr is called the night of decree. Okay, the night of destiny, the night of power. It is the night when it will be decided what will happen to us in the coming year, to everyone. It will, Allah decides on this night who's going to be born in the coming year, who's going to die in the coming year, what good actions we're going to do, what bad actions we're going to do, something that is destined for us, what is there for us for food. Okay, all these things are decided on the night of destiny. So it is the night of the prayers. It is the night where we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. Okay, Quran was revealed on this night as well, as you can see in the Surah Qadr. Okay, and we had who was it who recited? It was an Alia. Was it Hina? I think Hina or Alia recited. I forgot already. Sorry. So I think Hina or Alia recited just the surah, which was beautifully recited. So I would like you to listen to this recitation by Sayyid Jalal Masumi, who's my teacher, and he's a very good reciter. So I hope you can hear the audio.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
Let's do one more time.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
So it says here, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So we begin with the name of Allah, the most kind, most merciful. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. Indeed, we send down the Quran on the night of Qadr. Okay. Wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. And what will make you know what the night of Qadr is? Laylatul Qadr khayrun min 1000 shahr. The night of Qadr is better than 1000 months. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. The angels and the spirit descend down with the permission of their Rabb, with the all command. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. Sending peace on the believers until the dawn time. Okay, so this was the Surah of Qadr. They say that the Quran was revealed all at once to the heart of our Prophet on the night of Qadr. And then afterwards it was revealed over the period of 23 years to the people. Okay, so over the period of 23 years in different places, different times, then the Prophet revealed those surahs to the people. So firstly it was all revealed in one night in the month of Ramadan and onto the heart of our Prophet, and afterwards it was revealed to the people over a period of 23 years. So when it says that this night is better than 1000 months, what does that mean? It means that in this night, if you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you get 1000 reward of 1000 months. And 1000 months is like, I've calculated, is roughly 83 years. So one night's worship gives you worship of 83 whole years. Okay, so it's a very special night. It's a very blessed night. Allah decides for us what will happen to us in the coming year. So in this night, we should do ghusl. We should pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should ask forgiveness for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should recite Quran. We should give charity. Anything we do in this night, in this month, it is multiplied by 10 times, 100 times. Okay, so we get more reward from it. And it says that Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. So the angels send blessings on the believers until the dawn. So it is very recommended that we stay up the night until the Fajr time, and we spend our time making dua, reading Quran, asking for forgiveness. So you might have seen, so last night was the first night of Qadr, and you might have seen that your parents were awake, or you might have been who stayed awake with them as well. So if you have, very well done. Okay, so we do this, and the angels send blessings. So Quran was revealed in the night of Qadr. The night of the Qadr, they say, is mainly could be 23rd. Okay, there is different narrations, we don't know. So it could be 21st, 19th, 21st, 23rd, 27th. Okay, it is better that these 10 nights of Ramadan are very special. So if we can spend staying awake in these 10 nights, asking for prayers, it is very good. But 23rd, they say, is most likely. The benefits, okay, so this surah, if you learn the surah by heart, it is very important. Learning this surah by heart once and reciting it, it gives you the thawab of 1 month of fasting. If you recite this surah again and again, our sins are forgiven. So those of you who have memorized the surah and you can recite it again and again, that's very good. Your sins are forgiven. It increases our sustenance. We get more rizq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so it is very good. And we can also recite this for our marhumin, those who have passed away, for our grandfather, for our auntie, or for other relatives who have passed away, or for our parents, if someone's parents have died. Okay, so it's reciting them for anyone who's dead is very good as well. It forgives their sins. It goes to them as a light. Okay, so this is the Surah of Qadr, which is Surah number 97 in the Quran. So if you do not know this Surah, then please listen to it and try to learn it by heart where possible. Okay, so this was the 2 extra for this month. Now we're going to continue with our lesson. So previous lesson, what we did, we looked at Adala, which is Allah is just. We looked at what Adala means. It means that Allah is just and fair always, because he has complete knowledge of the entire situation. Nabuwa, Allah sent 124,000 prophets to guide us. And we looked at 5 Ulul Azm prophets who brought laws, the Sharia for human beings. And they were Prophet Nuh, Ibrahim, Musa, Isa, and Muhammad, peace be upon them all. Okay, so these were the 5 special prophets, which are called the Ulul Azm prophets, and they are sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with a divine book, book of law to guide us. Then we looked at the 4 divine books. We looked at the book of Zabur, which was given to Prophet Dawood, Torah given to Prophet Musa, Injil to Prophet Isa, and Quran to Prophet Muhammad. Okay, someone asked last time who follows the book of Zabur, and I said I will check. So I have double checked, and then as I said, there's still no religion that follows this book. Okay, the book of Prophet Dawood, Zabur, is called the book of supplication. So the other books, book of Prophet Musa, Isa, and Quran, Injil, Torah, Quran, these are the book of law. In this, Allah tells us what we do. And the book of Prophet Dawood was just a book of supplication, book of dua. Okay, that was Maryam. Very well done, Maryam. So it was a very good question, Maryam. So it's called a book of supplication, and this is a book of dua. There's no religion which follows it. However, some parts of this dua are now found in the Bible. Okay, so it's called the book of Psalm, Pslam. I don't know how to pronounce that. So it's in the Bible. You can find some parts of this dua, and you can also find some of this in Torah. I checked. So there's no one specific religion which follows them, but some parts of it are in the Jews and Christians who follow those laws, duas. We looked at the Prophet Muhammad as well. Okay, he was born in Mecca, 17th of Rabi'ul Awwal, son of Amina and Abdullah. He was looked after by Lady Halima, and then grandfather Abdul Muttalib, and afterwards by his uncle Abu Talib. Okay, he was given the title of As-Siddiq, which is the truthful, and Al-Amin, the trustworthy, and he spent most of his time worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a mountain, in a cave called Hira. Okay, so this was the previous lessons quick review. So if you have missed it or you forgot, then you can watch the video on YouTube for the whole lesson in detail. So let's make a start of today's lesson, inshallah. So today we're gonna cover Imama in the first part. This is on page 34 to 43. So now we're covering from the book. So page 34 to 43 in the book. So Imama, as we all know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent 12 Imams to guide us. The Aimma, which is the plural for the Imams, came after our Holy Prophet as he was the last prophet. So Imams have come after the Holy Prophet and they are leaders to guide us. So Imam means leaders. So just like the prophets, the Imams have to be chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They have to be Masoom. So Masoom means anyone who does not commit any sin or mistake. Okay, so they were Masoom. They did not commit any sin or any mistake because they were chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a role model for us. They are there to guide us. Okay, they should be able to perform miracles and have the best akhlaq and most knowledge. Okay, so their Imams, like the prophets, have to have these 4 conditions: be chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, be masoom, so means they should not commit any mistake, be able to perform miracles, and have the best akhlaq and knowledge. So these are the 4 conditions for someone to be an Imam. Okay, so why do we need an Imam? An Imam, as I said, is a leader that is there to guide us and help us when we do not understand something or when we forget something. So after the Prophet, peace be upon him, the Imams were there to guide us. They were, because the Prophets brought the Quran and he said, this is the book of God, this is what Allah wants you to do. But now we don't know how to follow the Quran. We do not know how to understand the Quran. Okay, maybe those who are Arab, they said, okay, I can read Arabic, maybe I can understand something, but they cannot understand everything. So the Imams were there to guide us, to tell us that this is what the Quran says, this is what the Quran means. So they were a role model for us to follow. So the names of the Imam, I'm sure that some of you already know the names of the Imam. So we have 12 Imams. The names are, so first one, Imam Ali alayhi salam, then Imam Hassan alayhi salam, then Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Okay, so after the Prophet, it was Imam Ali alayhi salam, who was his cousin, and then Imam Hassan alayhi salam, then Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein are the son of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, so Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein are the son of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And then we have Imam Ali as-Sajjad, who was also called Imam Zainul Abidin. So Imam, the 4th Imam, is the son of the 3rd Imam. Okay, then 5th Imam, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, who's the son of Imam Zainul Abidin. Then 6th Imam, Imam Jafar al-Sadiq alayhi salam, who's the son of the 5th Imam. So you can see it follows. So each next Imam is the son of the previous Imam. Then 7th Imam, Imam Musa al-Kadhim alayhi salam. 8th Imam, Imam Ali al-Rada. 9th Imam, Imam Muhammad al-Taqi. 10th Imam, Imam Ali al-Naqi. 11th Imam, Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. And 12th Imam, Imam Mahdi Ajalullah Ta'ala Farajaku Sharif. Okay, so we have 12 Imams. So if you do not know the names of the 12 Imams, then you need to practice them and you need to learn them and you need to know them by heart. Okay, so we'll repeat them. You can repeat them with me. So Imam Ali alayhi salam, Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Imam Ali as-Sajjad alayhi salam, who's also known as Imam Zain al-Abidin, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salam, Imam Jafar al-Sadiq alayhi salam, Imam Musa al-Kadhim alayhi salam, Imam Ali al-Rada alayhi salam, Imam Muhammad al-Taqi alayhi salam, Imam Ali al-Naqi alayhi salam, Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, and then finally Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi alayhi salam. Okay, so 12 Imams. And I've put the numbers there for you as well, so maybe you can write them down, or you can take a screenshot. This is also in your book on page 36. And then on YouTube, you can also find audio, I think, which you can listen to. It helps you to recite. So if you try to learn 1 or 2 names every day, then slowly you will pick up all of them. Okay, so you can see as they go, each next Imam is the son of the previous Imam, except Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein are both the sons of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box, or you can raise your hand, and then I can answer your question. If you have no question, then can you have a go at this worksheet? So you have names of the Imams, match them with the right number. And then I'll pick on people, and they can answer three at a time. Atika, Assalamu alaikum. You have a question?
Yes. The class dojo. Can you send me the code?
Yes, I will tell you the details at the end of the class.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so Tahsin says they've done it. Mariam says she knows as well. So let's start with Tahsin. Assalamu alaikum, Tahsin.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So can you do the first 3 for me? So which number is Imam Zain al-Abidin?
Number 4.
Correct, well done. And Imam Ali?
Number 1.
Very good. Imam Ali al-Naqi?
Number 10.
Very good. Well done. Okay, so maybe you can do one more. And Imam Hassan?
Number 2.
Very good. Well done, Tahsin. And let's have Mariam. Mariam Rizvi. Assalamu alaikum, Mariam.
Assalamualaikum.
How are you?
Good.
Is it Haidar? You said no. What's your name?
No. Hazim.
Kazim. Okay. Somebody else said Mariam, and they said they were Haidar, I think. Okay, Kazim. Can you do the next one for me, please? So which number is Imam Muhammad Baqir?
Number 8.
Muhammad Baqir, number
9.
5.
Oh.
Okay. Imam Hussein,
3.
correct. Imam Musa al-Kadhim,
9.
Musa al-Kadhim was number 7. And then we can have one more. Imam Hassan al-Askari, do you remember? No? Okay, maybe you can have a look
8.
again. No, he wasn't 8. So have a look at the list again. But maybe I'll ask someone else, and then you can see. Let's have Adnan. Assalamu alaikum, Adnan.
Walaikum salam.
So which one is Imam Hassan al-Askari?
Second. No.
Second?
No,
Hassan.
11.
11, very good. Imam Jafar al-Sadiq?
6.
Correct. And Imam Rida?
8.
Okay, thank you very much. And then we have Alia. Alia, can you do the last 2 for me, please? Muhammad Taqi?
9.
9. And Muhammad al-Mahdi?
12.
Very good. Well done. Did you recite the Surah Qadr earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So well done. Okay, so that was the answers, which was all correct. So we'll move on. The living Imam. So Muhammad al-Hassan, who is our 12th Imam, he's still alive and he's in Ghaiba. Okay, so Ghaiba means that Imam is hidden from his followers. So our Imam is alive, the 12th Imam is still alive, and he's in Ghaiba. He's hidden from us. We cannot see him. We do not know where he is. Although he can see us, and maybe he comes to visit some of us who are very pious and who are very good, but they will not recognize him. Okay, maybe he will tell some people. There are people who said that they have seen the Imam, but we do not know. So he was born on the Friday 15th of Shaban in the year 255 after Hijrah in the city called Samara, which is in Iraq. His father was our 11th Imam, Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. His mother was called Sayyida Narjis. She was a princess from Rome. There is a nice movie. If you have not seen it, then you should see it. You can find it on YouTube. She's called Princess of Rome, I think, the name of the movie. So if it's a very nice movie. If you haven't seen it, then you should see it. So she was a princess. She was in Rome, and then she came, and then she married our Imam in Iraq. It's a very nice movie. So some of you said you have seen it, which is very good. His titles. So we're going to learn some of his titles today. 3 titles that we're going to learn. First one is Al-Mahdi. So Al-Mahdi is his title. His name was Muhammad. Okay, so his title is Al-Mahdi, which means the guided one. Another title is Al-Hujjah, which means the proof of Allah. Another title is Sahib al-Zaman, which means the master of times. Okay, so we have 3 titles for our 12th Imam for today. He has other titles as well. We have like Al-Qaim as well. So we're only going to learn these 3 today. So Al-Mahdi, the guided one. Al-Hujjah, the proof of Allah. And Sahib al-Zaman, the master of times. Okay, so these are the 3 titles which we have for our 12 Imams that we're going to learn. So he was the son of Imam Hassan al-Askari and Sayyida Narjis, and he was born on the Friday 15th of Shaban 255 AH. So this information is something important, and it is good that you try and learn this by heart as well. There's a lot of things to learn by heart, but if you read it again and again, inshallah, you will know them. So why is our Imam hidden from us? Imams were harassed by the caliphs of the time. So caliphs are the rulers of the time. So they are like the king of that time who are ruling people. They did not like our Imams because they were jealous of our Imams. Our Imams were very pious. They were very knowledgeable. So people used to like them a lot. People used to follow our Imams, but the caliphs, they did not like it. Okay, so they used to trouble the Imam. And then afterwards, when they couldn't hold anything, when they couldn't do anything to them, they were put in prisons. So they put our Imams in prison. And at the end, they decided to even kill our Imams, which was very bad of them. Okay, so they killed our Imams. They poisoned our Imams through poisoning. They put them in prison as well. And then to protect our 12th Imam, so this way, many of our Imams died. They were all poisoned. Like our 3rd Imam, he was poisoned by his wife. He was told by another caliph of the time that if you kill your husband, then I'll give you this, I'll give you that. And she became greedy and she killed Imam Hassan, our 3rd Imam. And then later on, she didn't get anything as well. Okay, so most of the Imams were prisoned, especially our 7th Imam, okay, who spent a lot of his time in prison. But in order to protect our 12th Imam, Allah placed him in Ghaiba. So Allah put him to protect him. Allah hid him from everyone, so people didn't know. He was, there's 2 types of Ghaiba, okay, which we will cover in another book. So firstly, he was away for 69 years, in which there was 4 people who used to meet Imam. They used to talk to Imam and bring his message to the people. So these were the 4 people. They are called the representative of the Imam, the Naib. And after that, since then until now, it has been 1400 years. The Imam is Ghaiba and nobody has met Imam. Okay. In the Quran, it says that they intend to blow out the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect his light, even though the disbelievers may not like it. So even though the people do not like it, Allah to protect his representative, his light, which is our Imam. Allah has placed him in Ghaiba. Okay, so this is the surah from Quran in Surah As-Saf, surah number 61, ayah number 8. Okay, so this was about our 12th Imam. We have these 3 titles that we did today. So have a go and then see if you can match them, and I will show you the answers in a minute. So I'll give you 1 minute for you to talk or discuss or write down which of these titles matches with which meaning, and then I will show you the answers. You can also type the answers in the chat box if you like. Maryam Rizwi, most of the Imams were present, but not all of them. Imam Ali, Imam Hassan, and Imam Hussein, as far as I'm aware, they were not present. So the first 3 Imams, as far as I'm aware, they were not present. The others, I think most of them were all present. And the 12th Imam, he wasn't present as well. Tahsin, the answer is correct. So you can type your answer. If you know the answer, you can type. And then maybe I can pick. Assalamu alaikum, Sayyid Hassan. Hassan? Sayyid Hassan? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, would you like to say the answers?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I only know one.
Which one?
Is it Al-Mahdi, the living master?
Al-Mahdi, the living master. It's not quite correct. Al-Mahdi was the guided one. Yeah, the guided one. So Al-Mahdi is the guided one. Okay, so well done for having a go, but make sure that you have a look at it again, inshallah. Okay, well done. So well done to Tahsin, Rina, Adnan, Zamin, the ones and Maryam. The ones you have given the answer is correct. Okay, so these are the answers. So Sahib al-Zaman is the living master. Okay, Zaman means time. So the living, so Sahib al-Zaman is the living master. Al-Hujjah is the proof of Allah, and Al-Mahdi is the guided one. Okay, so these are the titles of our Imam, the 3 titles that we learned today, and these are the meanings which we need to remember. So what is our duty while we are waiting for our Imam to come? Okay, to be a good Muslim. This is our duty that we need to do. How we can do that? We need to have good akhlaq. So akhlaq means manners, so we need to have good manners. We need to do as many good deeds as we can. Okay, be truthful, because our Imam, when he will come, he will spread the truth, he will spread good deeds in the world. So if you want to be his followers, then we have to do these things. Okay, we have to have good akhlaq. We cannot just sit back and just wait for the Imam or just pray for the Imam. We have to take responsibility and we have to try and do good things. So our Imam, if he was here, he would want to help the poor. He would want to do some charity. He would want to teach people. So while we are waiting, okay, that's what we do. So we're trying to learn and teach each other about religion of Islam and try to become a good person, try to have good akhlaq, good manners, okay, and be truthful in our actions and the words. So when you say truthful, you have to be in words and actions. You can't just say with your mouth that say the truth and then in your actions you lie, you cheat people. We cannot do that. Okay, that's not being really truthful. So we have to do that. We have to do actions which makes our Imam happy, such as giving sadaqah, such as praying, okay, giving, stopping our sins. So if you know that an action, for example, if I play too much game, okay, Imam is not going to be happy with me playing too much game. Maybe I could spend my time reading Quran. Okay, so he would be more happy with me if I do that. So then I should try and do that. Okay, if I have troubled someone, if I've hurt someone, then I should say sorry to them, because if they're happy with me, then Imam will like it and Imam will be happy with me as well. Okay, so that's what we can do. We can remember him. Okay, remembering our Imam is very important. We can recite dua, we can recite ziyarat for him. Okay, remember we do dua faraj at the end of the lesson every week. So you can recite that dua. If you haven't learned that dua, then you can practice, listen to it, do it, and then you can remember it. We can recite salawat for our Imam. We can recite the longer duas, such as dua ahad. We can recite for our Imam. Okay, the least that we can do, the smallest that we can do, is that we can say salam to our Imam. We can say assalamu alayka ya Imam al-Zaman, assalamu alayka ya Imam Mahdi. Okay, assalamu alayka. What does that mean? We're saying peace be on you, O the living master. So we're sending peace and blessings upon our Imam. We can recite salawat, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, and we can say, Allah, I give this salawat to my Imam. Okay, and that way our Imam will be happy with us, and then Allah will bless us as well. We can recite this one, Allahumma ajal li waliyaka al-faraj. Allahumma ajal li waliyaka al-faraj, which means, oh Allah, make things easy for your wali. They said that all our good deeds and bad deeds, our Imam sees it. When he sees that we have done something good, he gets happy. And when he sees that we have done something bad, he gets sad. Okay, so therefore we should always try to do as many good deeds as possible. And then we recite this because our Imam is waiting his patience. He will only come back, he will come back one day, and then he will bring justice in the whole world. He's waiting for the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we're making this dua to ask Allah to make it easy for our Imam, to make it things easy, and hopefully that inshallah Allah will make his appearance soon, and then we will be with him in his army, and we will help Imam, we will support Imam to fight the bad people. Okay, so this is for you, something for you to finish off later on. This is on page 43 in the book. So this is the dua, Allahumma ajalli waliyaka al-faraj. Oh Allah, make things easy for your wali, the one even sooner. The one, wali means the one who is close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so wali is like a friend, and the friend is close to Allah. So friends are normally close to us. Therefore, Imam is very close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as well. So this is for you to color on page 43 in your books. Okay, any questions? Anyone has any questions? If you have a question, you can raise your hand, or you can type in the box. Hina, did you have a question?
I had one for the last part one, but I know it now.
You know it now. Okay, sorry, I saw it later.
It's okay.
And Zamin, do you have a question?
No.
Okay. And Adnan. Yes, Adnan. Adnan,
Yeah.
you have a question?
Yeah.
What's your question?
What was Al-Mahdi?
Al-Mahdi, the guided one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is in the book as well. So if you have the book, you can look in the book. If not, then you can watch the video as well later on and see it in the video. So we'll go to the second part of the lesson about Ahlul Bayt. This one is short, so inshallah we'll finish on time. So this is on page 124 to 127 in the book. Okay, so if your camera is on, please put your camera off. I cannot see the cameras. I've hidden the cameras because I don't have enough place in here to show the cameras as well. So the generosity of the Imams. Okay, so this is a story on page 125 to 126 in the book. So you can read it as well, but I will go through it for you in the class as well quickly. And it relates to our Imams, and this month is especially. So once when Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein were children, they became sick, and their parents, Imam Ali alayhi salam and Sayyidah Fatima alayhi salam, they made a vow that they will fast for 3 days if their children became well. So what is a vow? A vow is a promise that you make to Allah to do something extra for His pleasure if your wish comes true. So when we have a wish, we say, for example, you can say like, Ya Allah, if I pass my exam, I'll give £1 for sadaqah. Okay, so if you pass your exam, then you have to give sadaqah. If you're feeling sick, you say, Allah, if I get better, then maybe I will fast for 1 day, or maybe I will give a poor person food. Okay, so if you became better, then you have to do that. So if you make a promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you will do something and that your wish comes true, then you have to do that. Okay, it becomes wajib on you. So wajib is something that you have to do. So both of them, they felt better very soon. Okay, they felt better very soon, and the parents decided to fast the next day. The children, along with their helper called Fizza, also decided to fast. In the evening, Sayyidah Fatima prepared the food, and they all sat down to break the fast. Then they heard a knock on the door. A poor man knocked on the door and asked for food, saying that I'm hungry, I haven't eaten, please give me something to eat. Because our family of Imam, the Ahlul Bayt, oh sorry, just a minute, my charge is running out. Sorry, my charge was about to run out. So because they were very generous, they gave all their food away to this poor man, and they just break their fast with the water. The next day, they fasted again and were about to break the fast when an orphan knocked on the door and said that I haven't eaten, please give me some food. Although they had not eaten for 2 days, still they were happy. They gave their food away for the sake of God, and they slept empty stomach again with just water. On the third day, when they were about to break their fast again, a prisoner knocked on the door and asked for food. Once again, without hesitating, they gave their bread away, and they just break their fast with the water. So why did they did this? Although they were hungry for 3 days, they hadn't eaten anything, they were fasting, yet still somebody knocked on the door, they gave it away. Why? Because they were close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They did it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah liked it so much that Allah revealed a surah in the Quran. The surah number 76, called Al-Insan, Surah Al-Insan, was revealed for them, for this act of them, to teach people about how generous they were and how did they sacrifice, how their character was the best. So Allah wanted to teach people that you have to be like this. So they wanted to teach us, the Ahlul Bayt wanted to teach us that this is how you become a role model. This is what you should do for the sake of Allah. The moral of the story that we can take from this is that we should always think of others before of ourselves. It is not about how much we give, but the intention with which we give. Okay, so it's not that we have to go and spend hundreds of pounds or give thousands of clothes away. If your intention is clear, even if you give like one small piece of bread away to a poor person and you give it for the sake of God, you'll get lots of reward. If you give £1 away or 1p away, because say you don't, because you're not working, you only have 50, you have only saved 50p. If you give that away to a poor person for the sake of God or give it to charity, Allah will accept from you. If you have nothing, you say, okay, because I love God, for the sake of God, I am going to help my parents during the iftari time. I'm going to help them make iftar. Your intention is for God and you're helping your parents. So your parents will be happy with you because you have helped them. And also Allah will be happy with you. So you'll get like double, triple rewards. Maybe your parents will give better food to you on that day. They'll be more happy with you and they'll make dua for you. So you have done a good deed your parents have made a dua, so you get a reward for dua from them. Then Allah is happy with you, then Allah gives you something extra. So for one action, you've got like 3 rewards. Okay, which is very good. So this is the moral of the story, that we should always think of others before ourselves, and we should try to help as much as we can with a good intention. Okay, so coloring of this story on page 127. So if you want to read the story in more details, you can read it on page 126, 25 to 126, and then finish off this coloring on page 127. Anyone has any questions? And then I'll ask the admin to pop the quiz for today's lesson. No questions? So let's have a go at this quiz. That was on page 127, Adnan. So admin, can I have the quiz if it's done, please? There we go, the poll is up. So please have a go at this quiz. There's 5 questions for you to answer. And then we'll see from today what we remember. So I'll give you 2 minutes to answer. So half of you have answered so far. So we have first question, what is the name of our 6th Imam? The second question, which of the Imams is still alive? Third question, what does Al-Mahdi mean? Fourth question, what does Allahumma ajalli waliyaka al-faraj mean? Fifth question, Bibi Fatima and her family fasted. Just before iftar, they gave their food away. Who did they give it to? Okay. So that's everyone, I think. So there we go. So you should be able to see the answers. Okay, so the first question, what is the name of the 6th Imam? MashaAllah, all of you have got it right. Imam Jafar al-Sadiq, very well done. Which of the Imam is still alive? All of you put Imam al-Mahdi, which is correct. Okay, just a note on here, okay, regarding alive. What do we mean by alive? So in the Shia fiqh, we do believe that all the Imams are alive. Okay, so anyone who dies in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a martyr, they are in reality alive. It says in the Quran that those who die in the way of Allah, do not think of them as dead. They are alive, but you do not know. Okay, but in terms of the worldly life, so now our Imam Mahdi, he didn't die. Other Imams, they passed away, they died. So this is what we have in terms of alive. But in the future books, you will cover this in more details. For now, just remember that our 12th Imam is alive, the rest have passed away. Al-Mahdi means the guided one, mashallah. Most of you have got that one correct. And what does Allahumma jalla waliyaka al-faraj mean? Oh Allah, make things easy for your wali even sooner, correct. And Bibi Fatima and her family fasted. Who did they give it to? The food away. Who did they give it to? Some of you put orphan, some of you put poor man. Okay, nobody put prisoner, but most of you put all of the above. Okay, so questions like this, those who put the orphan and the poor man, although you're correct, okay, but the correct answer is all of the above, because it was all 3 of them were correct. Okay, so for questions like this, if all the 3 answers are correct and the option says that all of them, then you should choose that option as an answer. Okay, so on your exam, you might get questions like this. So please be careful. So the correct answer for this one was all of the above. Okay, so what we learned today? We learned the virtues of Imam Ali Islam, so how special our Imam is. We learned what Laylatul Qadr is. Okay, so please make sure that you do dua and you remember me as well in your duas. Names of the 12 Imams. So we learned what are the names of the 12 Imams. We learned about our living Imam, that he was born on the 15th of Shaban, 255 AH in Samara, son of Imam Hassan alayhi salam and Imam Hassan al-Askari and Sayyida Narjis. His titles: Al-Hujjah, the Proof of Allah; Al-Mahdi, the Guided One; Sahib al-Zaman, the Master of Times. So 3 titles that we learn today. In order to prepare for Imam, we can do it by become a good Muslim, recite du'as and his ziyarat. We learned about Ahlul Bayt, that while they were fasting, they gave their food away on 3 days. So for 3 whole days, they didn't eat anything and they only had water. They gave their food away to a poor man on the first day, an orphan on the second day, and a prisoner on the third day. Okay, so this is what we have learned today. Your homework is to finish off the coloring on page 43 and 127. Learn the names of the 12 Imams and learn the titles of Imam al-Mahdi, the 3 titles. So Al-Mahdi, Al-Hujjah, and Sahib al-Zaman. And also, as regularly, continue with reading Quran and listening to Quran every day. This is your homework. And then somebody asked regarding the class dojo. All the parents have been sent a link for the class dojo that you need to please register on the link, accept the link, the invitation, and register on the class dojo. And then hopefully, inshallah, from next week, we'll start sending the homework on class dojo, and you can also send your homework to us. Okay, the links have been sent by the MUS admin to your parents, so they need to check the email and then accept the class dojo invitation. And then once that is done, then you can send your homework to me as well through the class dojo app or the website. Okay, Maryam, is the Prophet Isa still alive? That's correct. Prophet Isa is still alive. Okay, and we also have Prophet Idris, who's still alive as well. So Prophet Isa will come back with our Imam Mahdi, and then they said that there's a hadith which says that he will come and he will pray behind Imam Mahdi as well. Okay, so he is still alive and he will come. So please ask your parents to accept the invitation for class dojo, and then we can do that. Any questions before we finish with the dua? Atika?
On the class dojo,
Yeah.
do you have to sign in as a parent or as a student?
Your parents have been sent a link, so if they accept the invitation, then your parents gets linked to the account, and then through their account, I think you will get, then you can get connected.
Yeah, basically, as the brother has mentioned, once your parent has accepted the invitation, they'll be linked to your name as a student on Class Dojo, and then they will receive another email with your student login. But we can only do it that way around. First, your parents have to accept the invitation.
Thank you very much, brother. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you have any questions, you can, your parents can text in the Book 3 group, or they can email the admin and the admin will answer. Okay, thank you very much for your time. So we'll finish with the dua. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma kulli waliyaka al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Salawatuka alayhi wa ala abahi fi hadhihi as-sa'a wa fi kulli sa'a. وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So thank you very much for joining today, and inshallah do remember me in your prayers as well, and then I will see you all next week 6 o'clock. So Khuda Hafiz, take care, see you inshallah.